What about for organisations that specifically work with our wahine, but get tāne that might not necessarily know that they only work with women who have been sexually abused and kind of get the door slammed in their face, which is often experiences that I've heard time and again as a counsellor.
Yeah, I think if we are, as a community, as a nation, going to heal from stuff like this, every door needs to be the right door.
Unpack that a bit. That's an interesting
I think we spend so much time saying no to people that we probably don't say enough. We don't spend enough time saying yes to people. If someone has walked through your door, like if a tāne has walked through your door, it has taken a lot of courage, a lot of time, a lot of them going to and forth in their own mind around whether they should walk through your door. So often, if they've walked through your door, it's because they've found that there's something safe about walking through your door. So as an organisation, I feel it's only right that you would honour that person by receiving them really well. If you're not the organisation or the service that would best suit their needs, then at least to help them to pathway into another organisation that can, and it's about doing what's called that warm handover from one professional to another. But you get into the space of saying no, and it can set someone's healing journey back significantly.
Sure.
So it's
well, sometimes I think it can be something as straightforward as funding, right? You're only funded to work with this population group, not with this, and so therefore if it doesn't fit within that funding realm, then the answer is no. Whereas I think actually funding aside, if that person comes to you, as you say, because there's something that they've trusted about that organisation, the very least you could do is to try to find an alternative.
And yes,
in whatever form that might look like, right? Within the limited services that are available in this country, especially for our men.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there needs to be, and I know a lot of organisations do stretch their resources a lot. And so, to acknowledge that, but the other thing too is that we get into this business because we want to heal people. We get into this business, regardless of whether you are whether you're a psychologist or you're a social worker or you're a counsellor or you're a therapist, whichever label professionals want to carry, you get into this business because you feel that you have the skills and the ability and the empathy enough to be able to help someone heal and find some closure around maybe some of those open wounds or that mamae that they've suffered. So as a part of that journey is about being able to support someone into a place where they can find that and begin to connect. So, we organisations won't say yes to everyone because there are limitations around that. But I feel that even as a person, it's right to at least find another avenue. And it's fine to say, look, I'm not sure, but let's see if we can find someone else that you can connect with. And it only takes a couple of seconds to say that. It may take another half an hour to find that.
Because it's highly likely with the guys that I worked with previously that they will wait maybe 5 or 10 years before they'll try again, just because of, they've tried to disclose often the offenders that have hurt them. This is as children. You've said that no one will believe you. That only reinforces that perspective, and so I think that your kōrero about offering every opportunity and opening every door, I think would greatly diminish those lies that are often told by offenders.
Because I think part of it too is that when I was working in the sector and working in crisis intervention, generally it would take people, I think the average at that stage was 16 years to make a disclosure. And
often in their late 20s, right? Early 30s,
Absolutely. And when I think about that, 16 years is a long time to talk to someone. And if you have developed the courage to finally open up and talk to someone, if you're shut down, I would hate to think how long it would again take you to tell someone else, if you ever do.